Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace, love, and salutation to you, Akim. That's pushing His truth and truth sincerity. Lord willing, this video is edifying. I'm the brother Anah from the GMS Atlanta Church coming back at you with another lesson. And the NBA is counseled to coronavirus. And soon to follow is the NFL, the NHL, MLB, MLS, and your favorite entertainment venues. Coachella got canceled. All right, and this picture of this player, because there was a player from the Utah Jazz who was a teammate of this guy who has coronavirus. What is his name? Rudy Gobert or something like that. He tested positive for the coronavirus, and that prompted the NBA to just call off the season, cancel the season, man. And you know, our people are through, and they're hurt because all they talk about is basketball and sports. Now, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai is speaking, man. He's telling you, hey, it's just like a father who disciplines their son. He's going to take away certain things from you. He's going to take away your PlayStation. He's going to take away your allowance. You're not going to be able to leave the house. That's the same thing was happening here in America with our people, man. And these Americans. He's taking away your fun. He's taking away your entertainment because he's trying to tell you that he's sending his son back. And there's many different signs, and pestilence is one of them. And this pretty much goes to show you that you so-called Negroes can get coronavirus too. Because I heard this conversation today or yesterday. You know, Jake saying, well, you know, black folks, we don't get it because we be eating good. No, you don't. You eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You smoke Newport 100s in the box. You smoke Middleton Black and Miles. You smoke weed. You sip lean. Okay? You eat all these abominable foods, and you think you're not susceptible to the coronavirus. Well, here goes a Jake right here. He's tested positive for coronavirus. So the beginning of sorrows is coming upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans as well. Because this ain't no white folks thing or no Asian thing. It's a pandemic. Pandemic means all people. All right? So every nation under heaven, all right, is more than likely they have it in their country. The only two countries that have it is Russia and North Korea. All right? But let's go to show you that Jay can get it. All right? So let's get into this article. It says NBA suspends season indefinitely after Utah Jazz player tests positive for coronavirus. The NBA, National Basketball Association, suspended its season indefinitely after Utah Jazz player tested positive for coronavirus. And a brother mentioned something in their group text. Now, the last few teams that they played were the Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavs, and I believe the Atlanta Hawks. So these teams are in the quarantine, man. You know, LeBron James is eating his words. He said, if we have to play with no crowd, I'm not playing. Well, you got what you wanted. I won't be surprised if your favorite NBA star has coronavirus. All right. There was a soccer star. Well, he wasn't a star, but he's a soccer player. He plays for Juventus, which is a Italian soccer team. And we already know what happened in Italy. 17 million people locked down. And they shut down sporting venues to where people can't go. So this player from Juventus, he's tested positive for coronavirus. And, you know, a famous athlete that plays for that team, Cristiano Ronaldo, who knows if he has it, you know? So this is getting, this prophecy is heating up. It's already heated up, man, you know? It says the National Hockey League said it is continuing to consult with medical experts and is evaluating the options for its ongoing season in light of COVID-19 pandemic. And I won't be surprised tomorrow NHL gets shut down. NCAA also announced Wednesday that its men's and women's college basketball tournaments, properly known as March Madness, will play in areas without fans because of coronavirus fears. And you know, Esau got to get his money from these students. He basically makes these students slaves. Meanwhile, these paid athletes, you know, they don't have to play. All right, and the NBA owners, man, are taking a hit as well, man. Mark Cuban, Michael Jordan, all these other leaders, the owners of these teams, man, they're taking a hit financially, man. Now, here's the guy right here, number 27, Rudy Gobert, the first guy who was known to have the coronavirus. The NBA, National Basketball Association, on Wednesday night suspended its season indefinitely after Utah Jazz player tested positive for the new coronavirus. The NBA is suspending game play following the conclusion of Wednesday night's schedule of games until further notice, the league said in a statement. The NBA will use this hiatus to determine next steps for moving forward in regard to the coronavirus pandemic. Shortly after, the National Hockey League said that it is continuing to consult with medical experts and is evaluating the options for its ongoing season. We expect to have a further update Thursday, the NHL said. And they're going to have to shut it down, man, because, the CDC and WHO are already telling people, hey, don't get into large crowds. And what do you have at these sporting venues? These modern day Roman Colosseums, stadiums where basketball is like, what, 20,000? Football, 80,000 to 100,000, so on and so forth, man. All right, so you got a stadium full of 20,000 people at a hockey game or 20,000 at a basketball game. People are going to get it. So they have to shut down the NHL and the MLS and baseball. Baseball's coming up. We already in spring training for baseball. Well, not we. The Major League Baseball is already in spring training. So, hey, it's going down out here, man. Hey, the Lord is making his prophecies known, man. And pretty much the family of the word is going to hit, man. We're not going to be out there, man. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans better get this word while you can. Now that the Lord has got your undivided attention, he took away your NBA. All right, now it's time to pay attention to the prophecies, man, and get your mind right. The NBA said it learned that unidentified Utah player tested positive shortly before the Oklahoma City Thunder was set to host the Jazz on Wednesday. Now they say the unidentified player, okay, is Rudy Gobert, okay, and his boy Mudiay, all right. They wiping down the benches, man. Wow, all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. It says that game was council closed to the scheduled tip-off in Chesapeake Energy Arena. All right. Fans already in attendance were told by an official in a public address system to leave due to unforeseen circumstances. You are all safe, the official said before asking spectators to exit in an orderly fashion. And these people aren't safe, man. They went to you see the simplicity of these American people. All right, the CDC and the WHO tells people not to be in large crowds, but people still want to see a basketball game. That's the stupidity of these Americans. Still want to go to a basketball game. 2 players tested positive for it, and it spreads. And you people still want to go to a basketball game. The NBA said that the Jazz player who tested positive for the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, was not in the arena. Okay, it says, according to the NBA report, Jazz players Rudy Gobert and Emmanuel Mudiay were both listed out of Wednesday's game due to illness. Yeah, because they got the coronavirus. The NBA statement did not reveal whether Gobert or Mudiay tested positive for coronavirus, nor did it identify any other player. So, hey, man, we coming to that time, man, where America's about to get shut down for real, man. All right. So, I want to start off in since we're in Isaiah, let's go to Isaiah 19. Let's start at 1. The burden of Egypt, and the new Egypt is Babylon, America. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be removed at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Because, yeah, man, when there's no food out here, that can turn into fighting each other, man. All right? These so-called white people fighting other so-called white people. All right? These so-called Americans fighting other Americans because of the lack of bread, man. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. All right. And all this counsel, all this witchcraft, man, it's not serving properly here in America anymore because everything's getting shut down, man. You know, and let's get down to the point. It says, verse 14, the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. All right, now these athletes, they're like the head of their professions, and they're making more than the guy at Taco Bell. All right, people look up to these athletes like LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving. Who else is? I don't really watch the NBA like that. Um, Trey Young, Damian Lillard. You know these guys. They look up to these guys, but there's not gonna be any work in America when it gets shut down, man. So you NBA stars, you just gonna be another nigga out here, man. All right. And what happens when you get it? You're gonna be quarantined just like the guy that's making $10 an hour at Burger King, man. It's not gonna be any work out here, man. Verse 16, and in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And this is only the beginning of sorrows. But we know that ultimate shaking, man, is going to be them ICBM missiles, man. But this is only the beginning of sorrows coming to Babylon, man. It's not going to be any work. What happens when there's no NBA games? All right, people can't work at these stadiums and concession stands. All right, nobody's buying apparel. All right, the players aren't getting paid. All right, no more work. There's no more ESPN. What is ESPN going to do when every sports avenue is going to be shut down? What are they going to do? Play old highlights? ESPN going to get shut down. Fox Sports gonna get shut down. These local sports stations gonna get shut down. There's not gonna be any work in that avenue, man. All right, there's not gonna be any work pretty soon, man. People gonna start have to be quarantined here in America, just like they did in Wuhan, China. Okay, there's not gonna be any work here no more, man. All right, people gonna do what the scripture say in 2nd Ezra 16, man. There's gonna be sedition out here. All right, so let's go to Isaiah 24. Let me see. Isaiah 24 and 8. 24 and 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine langueth, and all the merry-hearted do sigh. And these people that are merry-hearted to watch basketball games, they're sighing, man. Jake is really hurt right now. You know, Jake at the job was like, man, I just want to see LeBron play, and he's on the top of his game, and they just cut the NBA off like that. You know, I'm trying to listen to Jake, but I'm like, bro, like back in my head, I'm like, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, because we've been telling you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that trouble was coming here, all right? But for all that, Jake still was trying to get it in. And I'm gonna say this too: these rappers, these entertainers, they're not gonna be able to do their shows because that's how they make most of their money. You know, all these little rappers like Little Baby and NBA YoungBoy, ain't gonna be no shows, man. They already canceled Coachella. You know, there's not gonna be any shows out here, man. And a large crowd of people, they're gonna get the coronavirus. People, they're already scaring the shit out of these people. And then, like Apostle Rama said, how many have we seen any people in caskets and being buried? Have we seen the death toll? You know, you got to think about stuff like that, man. Esau's using these scare tactics, man, because he's not gonna let a good what is that? A good what is that saying, man? Not a good virus go to waste, but a good something that Winston Churchill said, man. A brother did a lesson on it, man. But Esau's not gonna let this situation just go to waste, man. He's scaring the shit out of these people, and people are freaking out, man. All right, you can see it on these people's faces, man. All right, verse 8. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Yeah, because America, like Apostle Bar says, is fun land, man. If you want to get into fun, you can find an avenue to have fun, but those days are ending, man, because the Lord is about to liquidate America, man. This place is going down the drain. All right, if you can't tell. All right, they're taking away the NBA, soon to be the NHL, MLB. All these sports, all these concerts is coming to an end, man. And then, hey man, it's time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to consider your ways, man. Matter of fact, let's get this. Haggai 1:5. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Yeah, consider what you've been doing, man. All right. You heard about the Hebrew Israelites, man. You heard about those men on the street corner trying to tell you to stop eating pork, stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, stop being a homosexual, stop being a lesbian, stop serving Jesus. Come back to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, through Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai, man. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. Keep the holy days. Stop celebrating these satanic, wicked holidays, man. Consider your ways, man, because the Lord is basically putting you on punishment right now, but He's going to give the ultimate ass whooping to 2/3 of our people. 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Brazilians, Panamanians, Uruguayans, the 12 tribes of Israel, man, and you Israelite foreigners, man. So consider your ways, because your fun and games is getting shut down, man. All right, let's go back to Isaiah right quick. Isaiah 24. What is that? I think I was in 10. Isaiah 24, verse 9. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be better to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There's a crying for wine in the streets. And that wine symbolizes this word, man. All right. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And this is the only beginning of sorrows, man. All right. Next day, you're going to see race riots. You're going to see more famine. You're going to see martial law being enacted, concentration camps, and the ushering in of the RFID chip, man. All right. So let's go to Ecclesiastes 7. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. All right, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth. All right, and we're in the house of mourning, man. We want to get the hell up out of here, man. But when we see these things, we're happy. But when you see, on the other end, you people that have been doing folly so much, all right, you're sad. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are sad to see your sports go away, man. All right, you're sad to see your idols of this world being taken away off the television screen, man. And this is the time playoffs is about to heat up, man. You know, they getting ready for playoff position. March Madness. They probably gonna cancel March Madness, man. Nobody's gonna watch that shit, man. They might, cause Jake is like, well, we still got the NCAA. You know, Jake don't consider what's going on. He's like, well, we still got the NCAA March Madness tournament. Ain't nobody playing. You can hear all the crickets in the stands, man. The NBA and all these sports are not good without the fans, man. All right. So the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. All right. Catch us in this truth, catching hell. You know, on a day to day, man. It's strengthening us to deal with the times that we're gonna be dealing with, man. All right. But this is our people right here. Um, Proverbs 15:21. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh brightly. All right. And our people love to do folly, which means foolishness, man. So, you know, some Jakes are going to hearken to the word, which is the 1/3. You know, the 11th hour Israelites coming in. A lot of people are going to believe. Don't take that away from, you know, 2/3 being destroyed. But on the other end, man, a lot of Jakes just simply ain't going to get it, man. They're going to find some way how to get some folly in, not knowing at the times we in. You still got the internet, and Jake is still acting a fool on the internet, not taking this coronavirus seriously and trying to consider their ways, man. All right, so that's basically it all I had, man. You know, the Lord is going to bring more sorrow to America, and as the days go by, we'll see what happens today, man. You know, today is what, March 12th, Thursday, March 12th, 2020, year prophecy. We see what happens today, man. You know, you had Tom Hanks and his wife being tested for positive for coronavirus. So a lot more of you celebrities gonna start catching hell, man. I'm gonna say this too. A lot more of you celebrities that know your Israelites, man, because Jake said, "Oh, we can't get the coronavirus. It must be the melanin in our skin, or you know that other crap, man." All right, get ready for a lot of you Jakes to get it, man. Shalom.